maybe 40 minutes. So we're going over. They're showing us a whole bunch of lizards and shit, and we get to a wooded area. We get to a fucking really rough terrain. I mean, I'm having a tough time with sandals on, making this terrain.
So you did wear your sandals.
Yeah, I wore the sandals.
Oh, okay.
This was my biggest mistake, wearing the sandals. I'll never wear sandals again.
It wasn't taking the tour in the first place. It was the sandals.
So we're about to go in deep woods, off path now. We're what's it called? Off road.
Off the beaten track.
Terrain.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get him those.
Yeah, you're looking for holes to shit in, right?
All right, I should have brought my shovel. I'm thinking I may have to drop a deuce sooner while we're on this tour.
Kids like, Dad, don't talk about pooping in holes.
Well, Sunday Jeff's on a fucking camping trip right now. He's going to make me come back and look stupid if I don't.
Sunday Jeff is shitting in her hole right now.
So she's fucking good enough to at least wait for us to get to the fucking opening in the woods to tell us what's about to happen. And she says, do not stray off the path. She says.
Right.
Which you've already done.
Take captured by islanders or something.
And she says, because there's poisonous trees inside there. And I look at my wife and I'm like,
I wore sandals.
You know me and my delicate conditions, my skin conditions.
One fleck of pollen from that tree blowing your way is going to send you into a seizure.
All right, me and Poison don't mix.
Starting to itch as before you
Poison
get in there.
sumac. I mean, these are American poisons. Yeah. Can you imagine like a tropical poison?
An exotic poison, yeah.
So I look at her, and she knows what I'm about to say, and she says, does anybody want to turn back before we go in? And the 99-year-old lady doesn't turn back. Am I going to be the one, like the fucking the male, the alpha male on the tour? Is he going to be like, I'm going to turn back? My kids are there. I can't turn back. So I'm like,
one of my tampons? You sit on the rocks and wait for us when we come out.
He's dabbing his brow with a fucking maxi
Sitting there with a pink umbrella, sitting over on the rocks. Fucking sun shit on his nose.
I look at her, and she looks at me, and we both, I gave her the nod, like, I'm going in. I'm not going to bow out now.
Put on my helmet.
You know, how bad can it be? Because she says the poisonous trees are marked with tape, police tape. Mm-hmm. They've wrapped the trees that are poisonous, and if you don't go off the path, you'll be fine. So we get in, and it is rocky. I mean, it is not enough for our age. It's fine.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, the 99-year-old lady, she didn't bow out. And the tour guide, she has a 99-year-old woman on the tour.
Right. She's not taking this into account.
She knows that she'll never be able to manage to get down to get up and then get down because we have to go down a path and then have to go up to get back.
But she's got you to carry her just in case.
You motherfucker. He did it again.
Really?
Because I had to fucking carry her.
No way.
I thought she was going to carry you. I thought you got some of that tree sap on your toe.
Because you had to carry an old woman?
Not like a baby. But at a certain point, yeah, I'm literally because the old lady asked the tour guide. As it gets really rough.
She died. And you had to carry her.
It's like a World War II veteran over there.
She asks the tour guide, this is really rocky. Is it going to be like this the whole way through? She doesn't even turn around. The tour guide doesn't even turn around and acknowledge a 99. She is responsible for this lady's welfare, you would think, right?
Right.
For at least $25.
She didn't say anything before even getting on the trail saying, I don't think you're
capable of this.
Right.
She doesn't say
It's a very rocky course.
She doesn't care. I maintain she wanted an American to go down.
Really?
She's from ISIS.
What I saw, Jamaican ISIS in our midst.
That's how angry she is, a tourist, do you think? Really?
Am I in Jamaica? Where am I? A Bahamian ISIS.
She's got grandma under one hand, American flag in the other. I'm not going down.
So the old lady goes, am I going to be able to make this?
How the fuck should I know? Come on, Grandma.
Fucking
goes-
pussy.
She doesn't turn around. She barely turns to the left and just says, "It's just one hill up, one hill down." That's all she says, and it's rough right there. And so, and I look at the daughter, and I'm like, she ain't no spring chicken either, and she's about 250 pounds overweight.
Like you've got concerns for the daughter, let alone the fucker.
So I'm like, I look at Grandma, and I'm like, well, I'm sure that the tour guide knows what she's talking about. So
See, the route you should have taken was like, you know what? How about like for your sake, none of us will go. Like
Well,
make it
if I had known?
like put it on
Right.
her.
Oh,
Yeah,
Just
but I didn't know
bypass
how
it.
bad it was going to. I didn't know the terrain was going to get really, really I mean, the footing was horrible.
Yeah.
Like you could, a grown man, a healthy, strapping man with guns could twist his ankle,
Right.
in this terrain. Let alone a 99-some-year-old woman. So she's walking, and
That paper-thin skin.
and I'm not. They're a little bit farther behind us, because I'm trying to keep up with the tour guide, who's like, she's already.
Like I
far
want to
up.
hear something.
And I'm looking
Usain
for-
Bolt.
I'm looking for poison trees everywhere too. I'm a little nervous, and I start to hear, oh. I'm like, all right. I look at my wife, and I'm like, I guess I'm going to go back and help the lady. There's nothing I can do. I got to do it.
Right.
Young man.
So I say, do you need any help? And she's like, yeah, this is really getting bad. So I'm like, all right. So I grab her hands, and we start to go. We have to go down and then up. And then all of a sudden, her full weight comes on me, and she's on my basically like we're embracing at a certain point.
Now the work
Got
really
all the
begins.
weight on me, and I'm carrying. And it feels like I'm holding.
Wait, you're not face to face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
really?
Initially, when I went down, I'm like, I have my back to her when we did it, and I'm trying to, so I can't see my footing either while I'm holding her. And I grab her back at a certain point, and it really felt like
Watch out for that tree.
roadkill, like bony roadkill. Because she's so old.
Oh yeah, definitely know that one.
Yeah, right. So I'm holding her, and she's going, oh. She goes, she's like, watch, there's a rock over there. I'm like, all right, you're right. I'm going, and then I see this, what I think is a giant root sticking out of the ground, and I tell her, all right, we got a root coming up here. You've got to pick your legs up, and you got to pick them up high. I said,
Right.
and when she picked them up, she kind of hit the root, but I have her. Like, all right,
Beat
you're
you in
right.
the balls.
You're right. And the root moved. So
No
it wasn't
way.
underground. So I was like, oh, okay, it's just in our way.
And it
I
wasn't
said.
a root.
And I kicked it out of the way.
Fucking anaconda.
Lizard tail.
And when I kicked it, it came up on me and it hit my leg. And I remember I'm not wearing anything but my sandals.
Right.
So it hit me and it scraped my leg. And I'm like, it didn't hurt or anything, but I'm like, no, I didn't even think twice about
It
it.
didn't have any yellow tape on
Didn't
it.
have any yellow tape on it. So, I'm carrying her around and we're getting by and we're doing, and like, I'm so fuming at this fucking tour guide.
Yeah.
I am fucking livid that she allowed a woman in this age.
Are you tempted to say something at this
She
point?
didn't even bother to help. Like
She didn't even care. She kept walking. By the time we got out of the deep end of the woods, she was sitting there like looking at her watch. Like she had no.
Did you book this excursion through the boat?
Yeah.
I would have said something to
Yeah.
fucking them if they.
My family was just like, don't stop.
No, that's bullshit,
Don't make
though,
a big
man,
deal
because
about
those
it.
are
Don't
the
make a
people-
big deal about it. Don't get on them. Don't say anything. Don't do
Don't
what
say
you
anything.
always do.
Say it later. You say it later. You don't say it then. You
I'm
say it
going
later.
back.
I was mad. Though.
Leave your principles on the boat.
But it wasn't as mad as I was 3 days later when my leg and my foot
Got swollen.
started to itch and swell,
God.
and a
Starting to
weird,
worry now.
fucking horrific rash started to grow on my leg,
Fucking like the elephant.
and
man
I had
before.
these weird fucking blisters on my leg from where I had scraped a fucking log. I was I know what depression. I don't know. I was I was defeated.
Yeah.
So like I did what I thought I was supposed to do, help a fellow American
Yeah. Help.
out of the fucking treachery of a fucking bohemian nightmare.
Yeah. Help.
She was from Russia.
Few people can say that. Yeah. First off, you go on the walk that you're like, you really don't want to go on in the first place.
Right.
You go on a walk where you're like, I know I'm going to end up helping this old lady. You go on a walk that you're like, it's highly likely that somehow I'm going to get fucking like some sort of rash or something. Like something is going to happen. And then when it doesn't right away, you're like, okay, but here it comes.
It took a while for it to erupt. And
Like I should have listened to my gut. I should. Yeah.
The tour guide said these are such painful blisters that they itch and then they will bleed, and then they will leave a scar. And she was right, man. I got fucking scars. I don't know if you could see it. I mean, it was like,
Yeah, I can. I can see
right.
it.
I mean, it's not going away. It hasn't gone away. The scar is probably never going to go away.
Why the fuck would that be part of the tour?
Take us away from the poison trees.
That is
Stay on
insanity.
the trail.
That's why I think she did it on purpose.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever should have went down that trail. I think she was fucking just angry at Americans.
I'm picturing there's another tour guide, the one he was actually supposed to meet up with.
Right? I mean, I know I'm suspicious of a lot, but I maintain that was done on purpose.
The real tour guide's waiting at the end of the boat. Where are these people?
No, she was the real tour guide, but I just think that she was like, I can't stand these fucking wealthy. Not that I'm wealthy, but you just assume.
Right. If you're there, you're wealthy. Yeah.
Who come down and expect us to wait on them like they're
Like I'm
royalty.
being paid.
I don't know, man. I just sat there and I looked at my wife and they were like, and I just looked at her and I like, please tell me why did this happen?
Yeah.
Why did I do something good and I'm punished? Like, what did I do? What did I do wrong in this? Because I was miserable for nights on a fucking strange cabin with a strange fungus in my body.
Right. Now, you're a guy who doesn't like being displaced at all. Like, you don't even like to go to hotels. Like, you like your house, your room. That's what you like. It's really more than the average guy. It affects you.
Yeah.
Apparently, the name of the tree is Manzanilla de la Muerta, or the Little Apple of Death.
Yeah. I could have died. But you know what, though? At least I would have died saving another person. Right?
In the embrace of a 99-year-old woman.
She's there putting flowers on his grave.
Did she thank you towards the end, like the old lady?
She did thank me, but
You were the one that said
It wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough. I mean, I would have wanted something a little bit more. I don't know, just to like, oh, thank you, and then walk away.
Yeah.
I guess, but she had. No, I guess she didn't realize though that I had the apple of death on my body.
Right. Now that you now after you developed the apple of death, did I think we've got the title? Did are your daughters and your wife? Are you? In their eyes, are you then justified?
I told you this was going to happen.
So you're not justified to even go say something now. Like, you can't go back and complain now and be like, they fucking...
My wife goes, well, what are you going to get out of it? Do you, maybe they'll give us a fucking free cruise or something. Right.
Or a keychain.
Or another excursion.
Or a keychain.
Yeah, gonna get some stale graham crackers.
I don't know. It really, really put me in a mindset where, like, I was really, like, I was bummed.
That's pretty fucking
bummed.
Understandable.
I was like, I'm sitting there going, because I don't know if it's going to spread to my face. And I'll come back and we got to start shooting comic book men.
Well, now, did you have
like that dude from fucking Papillon when he's in fucking smoking a cigar and shit?
Was there like a ship's doctor you could go to or something?
It was our veterinarian on board.
Go to the stables, he'll take care of you.
Tell him, Steve, Dave.